This right here is Alt Hero Crackdown. You know, this right here is pretty cool. This is a comic that you can only get exclusively through Alex Jones Infowars. And I know plenty of people would think something like, I mean, don't be thinking nothing political of your boy, man. I'm just going to hold it up for a second so that hopefully it winds up in my picture and stuff, because this is important to me. Alex Jones currently being kicked off of the old YouTube for like I think 30 days or something like that from live streaming, and I don't have any political side. Let me just go ahead and put this out there. I'm not a liberal, and I am not a conservative. I'm independent. I like what I like. I don't like either of those two sides particularly. I don't dislike them. I don't have anything but respect for everybody. I don't go out of my way to be angry like some people. So I just want to put that out there first because I feel like a lot of people don't understand these kind of things. And I want to say that when they go ahead and shadow ban or they make it so people like Alex Jones can't put out his message, this is a real fucking problem, people, because this can become a problem for you next. It doesn't matter whether you agree with somebody or you disagree with them. You got to have the same rights of freedom for everybody. This is like the way of the world. So 100% my point of view on this. And another reason that I love that this alt-right Crackdown came out, because I'm pretty sure that this would be a conservative-led comic book at that point. So I had to check it out because I'm not going to be for only liberal comics coming out like they seem to think is the way things should be. Everybody needs a voice. I want to see anarchists making fucking comics. I want to see libertarians making comics. I want to see, people from China making comics, people from Norway, people from everywhere is what I'm saying. I don't have anything against anybody, and I think everybody's voice matters just as much. That's how we get an intelligent mind. You're not threatened by somebody else's opinion, whether you agree with it or not. So, quick rundown on the alt hero comic, Crackdown, since I was on that point just after I'm done expressing myself. It is about a young female. She's out getting coffee. I'm just going to give a quick synopsis. She's out getting coffee. She gets run up on by a whole squad of soldiers, and they can't overpower her, so they have to get the dude named Captain Europa. Kind of boom, and gets her, knocks her out. They bring her back to their team, which is called the Global Justice Initiative. I think it's French, might I add, this comic. So that's another point that's interesting because everybody's Mademoiselle and Monsieur, or whatever, Monsieur, whatever, however you pronounce it, Monsieur. I don't know how you pronounce it, excuse me. No disrespect to anybody in France, obviously. I'm not that type of guy at all. Nothing but respect. I thought this was a really interesting comic, but basically what happens is then she's kind of given an option of either being labeled a threat and let go, or she can kind of get paid a lot and become one of their heroes. She takes the choice of becoming one of the heroes alongside, a makeshift sort of Justice League or whatnot. It's pretty much like a Justice League. And they end up having to do what they're calling the crackdown, which is exactly what happened to her. They're going out and they're finding other unregistered heroes, and they're going in and basically going after them in sort of a totalitarian way, if you will, without any questions involved. And everybody's pretty much going to get enlisted to be part of the same thing, from what I can tell. And it's just a nice little good comic, people. It's a nice little good comic. And anybody who thinks, for example, if this was a right-winged comic, I didn't see anything in it. There wasn't anything in it. There certainly wasn't anything fascist. There wasn't any businesses being the most important thing and being in charge or nothing in that manner. There certainly wasn't anything any-sided. So that's a perfect example of what I'm saying, of why everybody's voice matters just as much. This was a good comic. I suggest going ahead and donating the money to Alex Jones to get the comic if you can, if you have to. It's from, I believe, Archaven Comics, if you can get your hands on it otherwise. Looks to be a small French press, from what I can tell. And I'm not talking about a cup of coffee or espresso. So do yourself a favor and check it out if you're curious about that kind of stuff. There's nothing about it that's offensive at all. Nothing that will really make you just grind your teeth and not sleep at night. I can't believe this. And on the note of Alex Jones, I'm really sorry to hear that he's having any violations of his rights, as far as I'm concerned. That isn't to say that they are his rights, because these are private entities, YouTube and Facebook. But just a note, give him a check out. Check him out. He's an outrageous individual. And also check out that death metal album where they put a bunch of samples of him doing some of his flipping out. It's really hilarious and badass, and I enjoyed it. So go ahead and check out Alt Hero Crackdown. Take care, people. I would give it a rating of 7.5 out of 10. Take care of yourself. Have a good one.